Welcome back to Regen Rovers, where today we're going to be taking on Arsenal. Sort of. We're taking on Arsenal under 23s in the Football League trophy, the competition that sort of League 1 and League 2 really are unhappy with these days, because the likes of Arsenal under 23s are taking part in it and there's no one really turning up for the games. Since the last episode then, I've played a fair few games since we lost. What happened in the last episode? I've forgotten what happened in the last episode. Oh, yes, of course. We lost against Cheltenham and we drew against Lincoln City. Since then, we have managed to win a game. Unfortunately, it's only been one win, but I think things are gradually improving. I have changed the tactic. That is the big news. I'm not sure what's going on here with all the red, because this wasn't showing before, but we have a lot of red there, which doesn't look good. But I'm going for a diamond formation. The problem I have is I have tailored the team to the tactic over the past few seasons. We've not signed wingers. We've ignored all the wingers that have come through the academy, and it does mean that I'm restricted. I've had loads of strikers, loads of central midfielders, but no one that can really play attacking midfield. Kai Chapman can play there, but I'd rather play Brazil there because he's a better player. Same with defensive midfield. We don't really have a natural defensive midfielder, so that's probably why there's a lot of red there. But it's, classic diamond formation. I think it's a bit better. We've got balanced mentality. We've still got sort of similar instructions, or we're playing it through the middle and out of defence. I'm trying to get the ball on the ground a bit more these days. Whether it will work, we'll find out, won't we, in time. But we have got some okay results lately. We are 18th in League 2. We're going to play a league match today as well. We're going to take on Charlton Athletic. We are 7 points above the drop zone. I'm hoping that we will pick up enough points to just stay above that. But we have had an easy run of games and not really got the best results in the world. Decent 1-1 draw against Aldershot though. Luke Mooney equalised in the 60th minute for us. Only his second goal for the club. We were the better team in terms of creating chances. They had more shots, more possession, but we are conceding less shots to our opposition teams now, which is good, because before we were conceding 25 to 30 shots every game. Today only 17 against Aldershot, and they didn't create any clear-cut chances, but only a 1-1 draw. We lost against Colchester United in the Football League trophy. We were dreadful in the first half. They only had one clear-cut chance, but they just had so many shots, and they were clinical. But we managed to claw our way back. That was to make it 3-1, and then Okoro scored another penalty. I love it when he scores from the penalty spot. 2-0 defeat against Port Vale. Not the greatest performance from us. Their right back had a storming game. And actually Okoro prevented it from being 3 with a fantastic penalty save. However, we beat relegation threatened Ebbsfleet. Fantastic performance from our back line, as you can see there. Really good average ratings. Mark Hull with 2 assists and Mark Ball with 2 goals. The 2 marks combined in our new diamond formation brilliantly. That's a lovely ball through from Mark Hull and a fantastic strike from Mark Ball. And he made it a little bit comfortable for us in the second half, scoring another goal, another assist from Mark Cole. I must say, if we have a goal of the season tournament at the end of this season, it's usually been quite varied, but we've not scored as many goals this year, and the majority of goals have been scored by Ball, so he's going to be about 90% of the goals, I think. This was a disappointing defeat against Stevenage, because they were bottom of the table. I think they still are bottom of the table. You can see they went 2-0 up, and we did really well to fight back. Toby Brazil came off the bench and clawed us back into this game in brilliant fashion, but it wasn't enough. We got it back to 2-2, but yeah, they managed to get a winner. But it's nice to score Brazil scoring goals. We played out from the back, and it seems to be pretty good. We just, away from home, we've really struggled in League 2. They created a lot of chances in this game, and that's poor considering they're bottom of the table. It's a shame. It's a shame we couldn't get a draw from this, but this was nice play right from the goalkeeper all the way up the pitch, and Brazil scores. I think that has to be a goal of the season contender. Next up was Carlisle, and we managed to salvage a point against 10 men. Carlisle, they went down to 10 men in the second half. Great header from Hull from a good Hancock cross. But most recently we have crashed out the FA Cup against Bristol City. They're not in the Championship anymore. They're in League One. But still, a better team than us. Mark Ball scored another goal, and playing out from the back, it's kind of working for us. It's nice to see goals like this. We're so used to the direct pump it up the pitch and let's hope for the best. To be fair, it was a pump in the end. but it was nice that it came from Okoro originally. It's a great finish by Mark Ball. It was only a consolation goal. It's got really bright in here again. Oh, the lighting. It's so difficult to get it balanced. So that's where we're at after quite a substantial chunk of the season. 18 games played, 18 points, averaging a point a game. I can do maths. Mark Ball is actually second top goal scorer in the league, so he has been really good. Of course, he's scored a couple hat-tricks in there, but it's good to have. Without him, we'd be in trouble, wouldn't we? 14 goals from him this season in 20 starts and 1 sub-appearance. The next best goal scorer is Mark Hole with 4. The average ratings, the only player above 7 is Mark Ball, which is so unusual for us compared to recent seasons. But we're towards the bottom of the table. What do you expect? Anyway, today I'm going to be putting out this team against Arsenal under-23s. It is my first choice team, I think, but I want to try and get a result. I'd love to beat Arsenal. I know it's only their youth team, but I'd love to beat them and have a bit of a run in this competition that no one really cares about. We've got to aim for trophies, especially when it looks like we're going to finish lower mid-table in the league this season. I think, 2 teams get promoted, and as it stands, where are we? Where's our division? Looking at the northern section in Group A. 3 points. If Colchester win against Forest Green, which is obviously feasible, then they're going to go through instead of us if we can't get a result today against Arsenal under-23s. London to Winchester. This is the journey that Arsenal under-23s made to Plumbing Park today. I've not really discussed player instructions very much, but I don't really have much in. I've got Brazil to close down less. I'm not worried about him running around. He always gets quite tired. But I think that is the only instruction apart from the preset ones for the roles. I've not bothered to really focus on that too much because playing in the lower leagues, I didn't want to confuse the players. But as we progress up, I think we might need to make things a little bit more complex. Might be one of the reasons why we struggled this season. I'm still blaming the update, but I think possibly the biggest reason is we're playing against better opposition, fully professional clubs. Anyway, Arsenal under-23, Ben-Hur in midfield. They're going to have some good regions. I mean, they're all regions. They're all under-23. And they're going to have some exceptional players, better than us, I'm sure. Carlos, this team. I dream of these regens. I do. I dream of them. We'll give it our best shot. That's all we can do. And they're surely one of the favourites for this competition with that sort of squad. Here we go, though. Mark Ball gives it away, though, unfortunately. You get to see the new tactic in action for the first time. Just realised my chair's gone down a bit. That's okay. We'll leave it. Here comes Carlos Cesar. Into Ben-Hur. Early opportunity. 1-0. Wow, disappointing. But predictable. And we have dropped to third place as it stands because Colchester are drawing against Forest Green. We need a bit of a favour from Forest Green, but we don't want them to win too much, I don't think. I think it's going to be very difficult for us to qualify as Mark Hole. Oh, he has to be taking those opportunities. Apparently, it wasn't a clear-cut chance, though. In fact, it must have been offside because we've not had a shot. Not paying attention to the commentary. Free kick to Arsenal. Crossed in. And that's headed all. I don't think Okoro got a touch. Just clipped the crossbar. Corner to Arsenal again. Crossed in. And headed just wide. We've only had 1 shot in this game, I'm afraid. Maybe we're going to have to go back to our old approach of pumping up the pitch. We can't beat Arsenal at their own game, can we? Expect to see much better. That's fired them up at least. Yeah, I think today we're going to have to revert to what we know best. Smash it over the opposition defence. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what's required. Toby Brazil's tired, isn't he? Colchester winning. We're out of this competition unless we can have a dramatic turnaround against Arsenal. Which is highly unlikely, isn't it, with the quality they have? But oh no, Matthew Avis, no, what is that? My defenders are making mistakes. They didn't make these mistakes in non-league, which is when you would expect them to make these sorts of mistakes. Maybe that's an update issue as well. But yeah, I've seen my defenders do this a few times. They just miss the ball or half-heartedly breathe on it, and it does that. This season's a challenge. It's crossed in. Ikoro comes for it, gathers. It'd be nice if we can get a consolation goal at least. Ikoro pumps that long. We needed to get a result against Colchester, didn't we? That was a poor first half. Here's Broughton. 3. We were expected to finish bottom of this group, weren't we? But as it stands, we're going to finish third. So that's not too bad. I think I might as well save my players for the next game. We'll bring off Ball. Not had a good day. We'll bring on Luke Mooney. I know people have been suggesting various tactics to me, various suggestions, but off the line. I'm obviously going to just. I'm the manager, and I'll do what I think is best. But you'll probably be pleased to say, we've got a goal back. Matthew Averson, who made the mistake. Great goal as well from a corner. Fantastic delivery from Messina. That was powerful. Fantastic header as well. Yeah, I'll get there. We'll get there in the end. It might take a season or two to just get used to this league. I think we'll stay up. I have every belief we'll stay up, even if we just stumble to safety. It's good to score a goal against Arsenal, isn't it? Here's Williamson, crossing it in. Going to take on another London team next in Charlton Athletic, of course, which will be a very tough game. You might see another 2 defeats. You haven't seen me win for ages, have you? It's a shame. I've won very few games, to be fair. We had a great start to the season, didn't we? Without that start, we'd probably be in the relegation zone. There's Mooney! Oh! There's a chance here. There's a very slim chance. Let's go attacking. It just all glitched there. I assume the OBS software picked that up as well. But for me, the game just glitched. Just froze temporarily as Mooney was about to hit that. But yeah, third goal of the season. Great season. Great assist from Orsini. We'll go very attacking for injury time. There's 3 minutes to go. You never know. But here comes Simmons for Arsenal. This is very similar to the Colchester game, actually. 3-0 down, and then we just turned it on. We came alive. We woke up a bit. And in fact, Colchester drawing 1-1 against Forest Green at the moment. If we can get a goal, I think we'd go through. But I think it's just too little too late. And that's a real shame, isn't it? They have dominated, but although we've gone back to conceding tons of shots, we're not conceding so many clear or half chances. 2 assists for Orsini, goal for Averson and Mooney. Not too bad in the end. I'll go for that. That's made them delighted. You get to see a couple goals today at the very least. And Luke Mooney scores. Oh, improved deal for Orsini. I think he kind of deserves it. He's been a fantastic servant. I'll just tone it down a little bit though. Happy with a 3-year contract. We'll get rid of this stuff. That's for sure. He can have some appearance fees. I suggest that. Oh, there we go. He's happy. He's happy. He can get a bit of money. If I'm not necessarily as harsh with negotiating as some of you may be, but I want to make the players happy. And it's so easy to just piss them off when they turn around and say, "No, never talking to you again." So he deserves it as well. He's been a fantastic servant for the club. So I assume we did go out in the end. Let's just check. Yeah, we did. Oh, wait, you get 2 points for a draw, do you, in this competition? Or is it if you score a certain number of goals? I remember, there's some sort of weird rule, isn't there? You get bonus points. Or is it 2 points for a draw? Because they've got 5 points, which just is weird. It's weird to see. Just been offered the Stevenage job. I've been offered a lot of jobs over the seasons, to be fair. I wonder how much of a struggle it has been for the players switching from part-time to full-time training. Before we'd have like 2 days of training a week, and now it's training all the time. So maybe that's had an impact on the players. Of course, a lot of them had day jobs, didn't they? And now they're full-time professionals, most of them. There's quite a few players still on non-contracts, but most of the players are on proper contracts now, earning relatively decent money. Oh no, Elliot Averson out. Of course, he's been dropped to the bench now that Mark Cole and Mark Ball are only playing 2 up front. Charlton Athletic, away from home then. They're 7th. It's going to be tough. Of course, they're going to be the favourites. They've had an inconsistent form lately, though, and so have we, looking at that. Got to put out my best team, haven't I? See, now all the redness has gone here. It was so strange that we had loads of red everywhere, just for that one game. Haverson, is he back? He's got a little bit of a niggle. I think we'll bring on Ogochukwu to the bench. And I mean, the problem about playing two up front is we don't get to see Gu, we don't get to see Paul McCann very much. Mark Cole has started to play quite well lately. Perry Miles has been disappointing this season, I must say. This is the journey we made to the Valley, Charlton Athletic. I've been to this stadium. Nice little ground. Went for a pre-season at West Ham versus Charlton. Finished 0-0, unfortunately. But it was nice to see a new stadium that I hadn't been to before. Here we are then. They come with a 4-4-1-1. Maybe that's something we need to try. The problem is I don't have any wide midfielders or wingers, and that's something perhaps I'm going to have to rectify next summer. It would be nice to see some players with pace and dribbling ability in the Regen Rovers team. We've just relied on the pace from our strikers, haven't we, so far? Let's get on with this then. Expecting to lose another game. I know, I'm being pessimistic, I know, but it's going to be a tough old match, I think. Then again, we gave Arsenal under 23s a run for their money, didn't we, in the second half? Here's a Wusu corner, crossed in, headed away easily. Here's Godwin, though, Raphael Godwin. Come on. Oh, what is that? Is shocking. That is shocking, Raphael. What are you doing? Oh, we had a Wusu open on the right. He was getting back into an onside position, but no, he gifts the ball. But luckily, Assini has been good. And that's a fantastic ball over the top for Mark Ball. This is a great opportunity. Smashes it at the keeper. Clear-cut chance number one. He's a bit camera shy, isn't Mark Ball? He doesn't seem to score when I record. Poor old Mark Ball. He just doesn't like the cameras. That's a good block. But here they come again. Thomas. You may have noticed I'm playing Owusu as a box-to-box midfielder these days as well. Changed him from the Carolero role. I like the idea of Brazil playing behind the strikers as an advanced playmaker because he's got 14 on passing, 15 on vision. That is fantastic. He should fit that system brilliantly. I need to train him up there properly though. I keep meaning to do that. Corner to Charlton now. Cross to the back post. Off the crossbar. Off the line by I don't know who, but we scramble it away. And that's a good block. And hopefully we can clear our lines properly. Yeah, Mark Ball does well. Assini on a 7.1. That new contract boosted him today. Two assists in the last game as well. Let's just encourage them. We need to work the ball through the middle. Get our midfield involved. That's what I'm telling them to do. Pass it through the middle. Standard passing, so a mixture of short and direct if we want. Keep it up. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'll take a draw. I know it's boring having 0-0s. We saw a 0-0 in the last episode. But I will take these points. Right now, here we go, playing out from the back. Okoro knocks that one long though because I think they were closing us down. But Perry Miles, great ball over the top for Mark Cole. This is going to be a second clear-cut chance. Mark Cole! Oh, we've had 2 opportunities today and we haven't been able to take them. We've only had 4 shots, but 2 clear-cut chances. Our strikers have led us down today. We might need to call on Agu. Doesn't have the pace, to be fair, so he might not be able to get into those get those opportunities. Oh, Okoro flaps that a bit, and that's 1-0. Don't think we deserved that. They've not had a single chance. We're not conceding chances with this tactic. It's just League 2 teams are more clinical. They get an opportunity on the edge of the box. Okoro flapped. Hancock headed it. It would have been better if Hancock had left it, I think. And it probably would have just gone out of play. That's unfortunate. Now, I will be making changes. We're going to take off Mark Hull, and I'm going to bring on Luke Mooney. I'm going to swap him with Mark Ball. We don't have anyone that can play Wusu can play there. We'll play a Wusu there. We'll bring on Ken Norman and play him as a Mazzala, which is similar to a box-to-box midfielder. There's still a chance. We know we can create chances against this Charlton defence. So we just need to hope our strikers can stick the ball in the back of the net. Here comes Bailey. By the way, Ebbsfleet beating Lincoln 5-0, which isn't good news for us. That's 2-0. It's all over. We're not winning, sorry. Another 2 defeats for you today. Doesn't make great viewing from a Regen Rovers fan's perspective. I think overall it is working okay. Once again, I don't think that was a clear-cut chance. Matthew Avison poor at the back. Perhaps I do need to go back to David Roberts. I think he is better. And it's not being Mark Ball's day today. I'm going to bring on Agu for the last few minutes. It's all over. Disappointing defeat. They did create a clear-cut chance, so that second goal was a clear-cut chance. But still, it's a bit more positive as Brazil charges forward. That's the first time we've really seen him on the ball. Mooney's through. Luke Mooney. A third clear-cut chance. It was charged down well by the defender, but we just haven't taken our opportunities. And in the old days, we did. We we generally took our clear-cut chances. Just not happening for us this season. Mooney got decent free kick effort over the bar. That is the full-time whistle. We've lost 2-0 to Charlton. I was expecting that going into this game. Good performances from Massini and Okoro. Rest of the team fairly disappointing. Brazil did okay. I've hurt them again. I've disappointed them. This is where things start to spiral out of control. Make mistakes with team talks. A lot of them are fired up, to be fair. It's only 3 negatives. We're still in 18th position. We're still 7 points above the drop zone, where Oxford are. There is a bit of a gap between us and Port Vale in 17th, so it looks like we are in this group here. We just don't want to drop into this bottom 2 group. Next few games then. Burton Albion, 8th place, tough game. Exeter, 9th place, tough game. Salford, Basingstoke, in the Hampshire Senior Cup. Then Salford, 2nd place. Really tough games coming up. Chester 4th. We could lose our next 4 league games. Crawley 20th. We need to be winning that. Billericay, Blackpool. Well, we're in for a long, tough season. We really are. The first long, tough season since that first season, really. Well, thank you for watching today's episode. We're in a relegation scrap, aren't we? But I'm kind of relishing that. We've not had this sort of season since the first season. So it's nice to mix things up a bit. I mean, obviously I'd rather be winning the league, but I'd kind of rather have a bit of a scrap than just finishing a boring mid-table finish. Have a bit of drama come the end of the season. Maybe we'll need to get a couple wins in the last episode or something like that. That'd make things a bit more interesting. Anyway, until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.